right, heater. You need this chair?
No.
No? What do you think that word is? Yeah, what letter do you think that is there? Is that an R?
It looks like a C.
A C? Pantuka. Okay. All right. Oh boy. This is got a good feeling. All right, good morning, Junior T-Birds fans. The crew is back in beautiful Sno-King Arena, and the crew is back. We got our cameraman back, the play-by-play guy, all reunited back together again for today. In the Junior T-Birds net, we got Bailey Bradford getting his second start of the weekend. He's coming off a 7-1 win on Friday night, and in the net for the visiting Burnaby Bulldogs is Jaden Baines. The Burnaby Bulldogs are 3-3 in their last 6, and we're underway. Childers chases the puck into the Bulldog zone. Warren fires it right back in, and here come the T-Birds. Klink comes in. He looks to put a bump on his man behind the net, gives him a shove. Klink wearing the C today as a captain of the Junior T-Birds. Childers picks that one up, but just offside. The T-Birds will make a quick change, as does Burnaby. Every coach trying to get each of their players into the game here real quick. Burnaby looks to be, is a bit short today. They got one AP player up, either to fill out the roster or give them another look as we approach the end of December, where all the Canadian teams got to lock their rosters in. Puck back in the T-Bird zone. Yamamoto bumps his guy. Laux tries to shield the puck from big number 17 there. He shoves a couple boys down, and they come out of it. That scrum with the puck goes back to the point, and the scrum moves out there. Out comes Laux and Nash. They break out 2-on-1. Oh, the Burnaby coach not amused with the officiating already. Felt that one might have been offside. He gives him a stiff F-bomb as the T-Birds break back into the far corner. Comes back. Yamamoto's a swipe at it, and he misses it, and it goes the length of the ice. Shaw in hot pursuit. Chips it back to Yamamoto. Gathers it up. That bounces off the Bulldog stick and up and over the glass. So the last round of T-Birds will make their way out onto the ice. Weston out there now with Alonso and McGarriger. No, that's George Moran will take the draw. Tough sight lines here in the Sno-King Arena. That puck comes around the boards from Anderson. He gets it to Alonso, who couldn't quite chip it out. It bounces around down there, and the Bulldogs gather it up in the corner. Makes a move on Schleusner. There's a quick backhand pass, or backhand shot right into Bradford's glove. And out comes Klink, McGarriger, and Geddes. Warren will go on the back end with Yamamoto. Puck on the far face-off circle. Some obstructed view there, eh? It's like Fenway Park in here, only without all the history. Warren grabs it, rips it around the boards. Geddes thunders after that, but it gets poked out in the middle. Oh, there's a couple quick moves there. Tries to go around Warren, but he kicked it out of there. Geddes brings it in and chops it down into the zone. Goes cross ice. Burnaby flips it up in the air. Warren kicks that one forward, blocks it. Now Geddes takes a whack at it, and Warren picks it up and gathers it over to Yamamoto. Goes up the left-hand side. Klink, nice little pass there to McGarriger, who makes a little move and just dropped the puck. Klink fires an odd angle shot. Then Geddes has a whack at it. It jumps over top of the net, goes up the side, and McGarriger hits it off, or knocks it off the side of the net. Bulldogs grab it and fire it around the boards. They flip it up high. Warren grabs out with his hand and punches it back in, and then it sneaks out beside his pants. He takes a cross check in the back for his efforts. He continues to whack away at it. O'Hala's got it, and then the Klink dumps it in, and the T-Birds go for a change. Bulldogs gather it up in their own zone, go cross ice a couple times here, then back high up off the boards where it's gloved down and fired across the ice. Comes on in. There is a big hit by Alonso. He got him. He went thigh to thigh there. That was a big, big hit. Childers picks one off at the boards. He tries to push it forward. He gets contained there. Someone tries to hit. One of the Bulldogs tries to hit Laux, and that didn't work so well for him either. Bulldogs handle the puck at the blue line, get everybody standing still. Shaw lines up his guy and hits him while he tries to work all of his stick handling skills into one shift. Laux comes up the left-hand side. He gets a little backhand off the side of the net there, but he picks it back up, kicks it up to his stick, keeps kicking it around, and it's pushed back out to Schleusner. Schleusner has a shot at the net, and that's blockered out of the side of the net. Anderson grabs it. That's stopped out in front by the Bulldog defenseman. Puck comes to center where it's fired back to Schleusner. Schleusner has a look, pushes one up the middle, but that's picked off by the Bulldog defenseman and backhanded back in. Alonso turns it around and comes number 6 from the Bulldogs out of the bench, and he had Alonso lined up, but he made a quick move there. Moran puts it into the corner. The T-Birds work that cycle. Alonso's got it. He takes a bump there. The Bulldogs pick the puck up. Oh, that one's blocked at the blue line by Anderson, but it did come out. Moran brings the puck back in. He looks for somebody. He's got Alonso wide open, and Alonso made a good shot. There's a quick shot from Yamamoto, and the Bulldog goalie goes across his body to make that catch. Not necessarily, yeah, non-stop action. That was Alonso. Tyson was over here. Yeah, we're not new at this, Sarah. That's Trevor's sister standing up for Trevor. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. It's the community theater in here today. I'm a little tired from a late night with the broken Suburban, so it's all good. I'll take any help that I can get. Yeah. All right, Bulldogs control down in the T-Bird zone. Quick turn, blocked by Bradford and kicked out. Moran picks that up, makes a move. It's Moran against the world right here. He takes it and fires it into the zone and heads his way to the bench, where Weston and Klink are already off the bench and into the zone. They work away at it on the boards. Weston just missed that one, or he might have been able to get in and around. Comes across as the Bulldogs make a quick change. Anderson pushes it up the middle. Weston grabs it. He looks, shoots it between the two D-men. That was a good save by the Burnaby goaltender. And it's chipped back out and back up the middle. McGarriger blocks that pass. Shaw fires it up and goes over top of the referee's head. She was ducking and into the bench. Geddes is looking for the puck in there. They might just need to get a new biscuit. Yeah, Geddes says that's enough of that. Here's one out of the Seahawk container. Sends the linesman on her way. It'll go back into the T-Bird zone since the T-Birds were the ones that fired it over the boards there. McGarriger leans in for the draw. He wins that backwards. Warren picks it up, backhands it around. There's Klink waiting for him, but the D-man stepped up in front of him. Shaw pushes that one, gets it over to Weston. Weston puts it right in the same spot, and Mike Geddes grabs another puck out of the Seahawk container there. Got plenty of bouncing pucks. Plenty more pucks to go here, actually. All right, you got 9:22 remaining in the first period. Ohala steps in, loses that draw, goes back to the Burnaby defender, and it's blocked at the line by Mike Geddes. Mike Geddes had the puck, and I think Childers went offside there. 3-on-2, and the T-Birds in a little mental lapse there, going offside. That'll usually draw the ire of the coach. Puck's won back by Moran. Nash fires it in off the far side, and Moran goes hunting that down. Twisting around. Nash tried to pick that one off. Shaw stepped up, but there was nothing there. Warham's in behind him. That's going to be an icing call. I don't know that Warham couldn't extended his hand maybe 3 more inches and made sure that didn't go for icing, but it all works out well. The Burnaby coach is not too excited about that call there. Plenty of help from the Burnaby bench here for the officials, I'd say. It's all good. Moran loses that draw, but is the first one to grab it out of the corner. Good hustle there. Kicks it up to his stick. He's looking to find somebody. Comes back to the point. Shaw, a quick wrister off the goalie and up over the right-hand side into the netting. That's poked back out. All right, let's see if we can go longer than 25 seconds without a whistle here. Moran has it. Shaw, oh, Nash had a quick wrister there that just went a little bit wide. Bulldogs push it up to center. Shaw jumps up and tries to take that one away. Laux scoops it back up and takes a hit. Bulldogs are offside right now, and they've got to come back and regroup. Shaw picks it up the left side to Laux. Goes off his stick into the Burnaby defender. Burnaby fires the puck right back in. Warham holds it there, up to Alonso. Alonso takes a bump but can't get the puck out. And in behind the net it goes again. Warham turns it up, looks for one of his, looks for Laux, and that bounced up and high. It was a tough one to handle for Laux. Now it's poked around. Warham's got now, he tries to make a move and moves up. He's got Alonso there. He tried to feed it through his feet, and it just hit the toe of the Burnaby defender and didn't quite make its way to Alonso. Schleusner gathers it up, goes up the boards. That's poked around there. Nobody was looking at that pass when Schleusner dumped it into that little area pass. Now it's back to the D-man, blocked by Weston. He's gonna have himself a breakaway here. Weston gathers it up, has a look at the goalie, up and over, and that's a big save by the Burnaby goaltender. Weston picks it up again. He tried to get it to Anderson, who was going through, and it just hit a stick. Alonso grabs it at the line, sits in behind. McGarriger comes out of the dog pile with it, and he's 1-4. Klink puts a foot on that pass as Burnaby tries to regroup. As Nash steps up Schleusner steps up and picks off that pass. Now they get themselves regrouped, the puck into the zone. Everybody's onside, and away we go again. Ohala picks it up at the line. He twists around. 1-on-4 here. Schleusner picks it up again. He goes high up in the air into the right-hand corner. Burnaby in behind the net. Ohala was not fooled on that one. He was standing there waiting for it. Childers has it. He makes a wild backhand pass into the middle, and that's picked off by the Bulldogs. Anderson comes through the middle, 1-on-3 this time. Oh, and he bumps his guy maybe a little bit early there. The Burnaby coach is always happy to give a helping hand there. Weren't too happy with that. There's a quick 2-on-1, haul over to Childers. That's a big save there by the Burnaby goaltender. That was a good little play there. The picked that one up quick and made a quick cross-ice pass, and Childers just had to go off the Burnaby goaltender's arm. Puck now down in the T-Bird zone. Klink pokes that through to Schleusner. Schleusner puts it in behind the net to Anderson. Anderson rims one around quick to Klink. Klink chips it out. Geddes comes in, bumps his guy. That's dumped all the way down as Burnaby changes up again. Nash has got it at the blue line. Goes a little bit east-west, tries to go across to Moran, but it bounces off a skate and right back to Nash. Nash comes in the left side, pushes it out front, and Moran just missed that centering pass. Warm keeps it in at the blue line, gets it up to Moran. Moran shoots, and right in the belly button of the Bulldog goaltender, Jaden Baines. Baines had to be sharp there. Moran had a good spot to look at, but just got poked maybe right at the end. Looks like they swapped the boys around. Geddes and Nash out there with Moran. Yamamoto and Warm on the back end as the puck comes out over the blue line. They push it out into the middle. Burnaby gains the red line and fires it in. Bradford goes out to try to stop that, but it skips by him. Warren battles with his guy in the corner, and it comes in behind the net. They chip it right out front. There was Moran waiting for that one. Geddes dumped it up and then was hammered off the turnbuckle right beside the bench. He went down and right in the bench. He's fine. He nods his head. Nothing to see here, coach. I'm all good. Burnaby comes in, 3-on-3 here. There's a block shot by Warham. He takes a bump, and Moran comes in, and he picks it up, and he's away with Weston. 2-on-2. Moran fires that one off the shin pad of the Bulldog defender. Regains possession and then pushes it out to the blue line. Problem was the D was changing, so they weren't quite up there at the same time. Shaw back over to Schleusner. Schleusner has a look. McGarriger tries to hold the line. He does. He was expecting a pass there, and Luke had other ideas. Burnaby tries to grab this one. Another bouncing puck in there. Shaw jumps up and he falls down. He tries to fire one from his backside. Not a lot of power on that one, and the puck comes out over the line. Here comes Laux in. He makes a quick move at the blue line. That's poked away. Schleusner has it. He backhands one meekly up the middle. The Bulldogs hustle to the blue line, but not quite out of the zone yet was number 18 off the Bulldogs. Things starting to pick up now. Puck moving around quick. 3 minutes, 44 seconds to go. Shots are 6-1 for the T-Birds. They've had the edge in. They've had the edge on the, not only in shots but in the territorial play as well. Schleusner has that one lifted away. Shaw picks that up and hits a Bulldog and bounces off and down into the corner. Schleusner picks it up behind the corner. He tries to get it back to Shaw, falls down. Puck continues to bounce around in there. Schleusner's lost his stick now. He's held up in behind there. Picks up his stick and right back into the battle. Bulldogs bringing in behind the net. That's blocked from out front by Shaw's sideways foot. And out to Childers it comes. Childers blocks that one, and he's away. Gets his stick lifted just at the last second. He had himself a little breakaway or even a 2-on-1 there. Yamamoto picks it up in the T-Bird zone. He tries to push it up the boards, and that's not, that one wasn't going anywhere. There's a good piece of, there's a good stick by Alonso as he lifted up the stick. Now he calls for it back. He wants it again. Childers follows in behind him and he picks it up. Alonso holds the line as the Burnaby coaches call offside one more time. And out come the Bulldogs. There's another shot on Bradford, hits him in the shoulder. No rebound, and Yamamoto did a good job of containing the second forward so he couldn't pick one up. Anderson picks it up behind the net, fires it around to Geddes, who pokes it out to Ohala, who gets it out and across the line. Interesting line here with Ohala, Klink. Oh no, Ohala. No Ohala. Geddes with Klink and Moran in the middle. Puck comes around the boards off the far side. Bulldogs bring it through center. There's a big slapper. Gets deflected a couple times, and Anderson picks it up and fires it up to Geddes. Geddes takes a bump, but gets it to Moran. Moran tries to get it to Klink. And that's intercepted and fired right back in. Bradford has another one bounce over his stick. He's out there working, but that puck is not cooperating with him today. Bulldogs at the blue line. They have a look, try to go cross ice. That's a nice little pass block there by Moran. He'll make his way to the bench. Out comes Nash, and out comes McGarriger. Bulldogs play pitch and catch in here in the back of their own zone, then fire one up the middle. There's one over to McGarriger after Nash picked that off. McGarriger tries to go up the left side. He twists around. He looks for somebody, but pushes it right out front. Nobody to be found there. Schleusner grabs that puck, gets it up to Weston. Weston backhands that one in, and McGarriger's right back on top of it. No, the T-Birds are offside, so everybody twists around, and we'll play the counter-attack game here. That puck comes in. Warham grabs that one. He tees it up for one of the other Bulldogs there after it bounced off his stick. Nash goes out. Here comes Weston up the left-hand side. Weston has a quick wrister, and that's a great catch there by Baines. Bulldog bench is very appreciative of that save. Definitely short-handed today, though. Looks like the Bulldogs have got 4 extra forwards and 4 extra D-men. Not optimal. Warham keeps that one in, takes a bump, gets it in behind the net. Laux picks it up. Now Hall is in there. And out come the Bulldogs. Warham steps up in front of that one. Now he's got Childers. Childers has a look around. He pushes it out in front of the net again, and nobody able to pick that one up. Warham steps up. He wants to grab that one. He fires it off a shin pad. Bounces out. Here come the Bulldogs across center. O'Halla gave him a little drive-by there and then stopped, but that puck was tried to get a shot from the top of the circles, hit Schleusner's stick and went up and over the glass. A lot of pucks going to the front of the net. Just not enough T-Birds maybe there to pick them up. All right, that one goes in, misses the net just wide. Klink picks it up, but he can't quite get it out, and that's the end of the first period. Shots as recorded by by Nash over there look to be 7-2 for the T-Birds, and the bench empties, and a lot of T-Birds need to go use the restroom at this point. Interesting line filed up there. The Bulldogs, they gather themselves up. Yeah, so last night, the second of the last 3 trips I've made to Canada, the Suburban hasn't made it home with me. Had a beauty of an evening as my wife drove to Bellingham from Renton after a basketball game and picked me up at 11:15. So your son made the right call not coming home with the Warhams. Let's just say that.
Kind of lucky there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get a 2-seater pickup truck because no kid's going to want to ride with me anymore. Probably a better idea. All right. You say there was an injured player left?
Yeah, he said that he got his stick hit like this in his wrist and he went to the locker room.
Oh, okay. All right, our spotter, Hallie, says that one of the Burnaby forwards went to the dressing room after getting a whack on the wrist.
His glove is still sitting there.
On his glove? Oh, really? This area here is the Bermuda Triangle for visiting opponents. The last week, we had a guy fall off the steps, around the pole, throw his gloves in the air and lose his stick. And then today, one of the Bulldog players threw his glove up and he's left the premises as well. Good tragically hip here for all the Canadian fans.
Yes, thank you, Matt Nash.
Yeah, they're very, yeah, he looks as tired as I do this morning. All right, Moran gets in, and him and Klink and Alonso go. That one's fired past Shaw onto Bradford, who'll decide he'll just put his glove on it and get another face-off.
Coach just said broke. Wrist.
Broken?
Yeah, that's what that guy said to the dad.
Oh, really? All right. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Good thing you can read lips, Hallie.
I heard it. He was yelling.
Oh, okay. Anderson swipes that one right behind the net, but there's a Bulldog player waiting for it. They come up the half wall, back to the point. There's a wrister. That's blocked by Alonso. T-Birds have been on the shot blocking today. I think they blocked more shots than have made its way through to Bradford. It's a good sign. They've gotten a couple of good 2-on-1s and a breakaway out of it. Alonso working hard in there. Brings it across the blue line. That was an offside as well. I didn't hear the Burnaby coaches yelling about that one. There, the puck's in. That's offside as well. There's 2 offsides in 20 seconds. As 2 Burnaby Bulldogs were inside the blue line when that puck came. Alonso tips it out to Moran, who can't quite flip it over top. And there's a quick shot by the Bulldogs. Take it in behind the net. It's out back to the point. Alonso steps up in front of it, tries to block it. I think that hit the side of the post on the way through. That hit a couple of bodies. Bulldogs battle in the corner, Moran and Anderson. There's 6 guys within, 5 guys within a hula hoop there. Oh, make it 6 because now the referee's caught up in there as well. Shaw kicks it forward, tries to get his hands free. That's a great job by Tyson Shaw right there. Then he goes glassing out, and it goes out over the blue line to relieve the pressure. Bulldogs pick it up, and they fire it right back in behind the net. Anderson goes and gathers that one up. He goes off the boards. Klink picks it up, corrals it, and flips it high into the air as the T-Birds are going to go have a change. Shaw comes to the bench. All 3 forwards come to the bench. Anderson swaps sides. And out come the Bulldogs again. That's a long pass, but Bradford stops that one. That was a tricky one. He might have, in the time it would have taken him to think about whether that was going to hit the net or not, might have went in the net. So nice, nice little piece of work there by Bailey Bradford. T-Birds get the full change out now. McGarriger sets in there. Yamamoto back on the defense with Warham. This one out to the blue line. Now down low in the corner, they try to go across. Warham lays down, blocks out with his leg, and then punches it down. They might have to hurry hard on that one. Oh, and it barely makes it across the line. That was a really good defensive play there. Warham laid down in front of the net, blocked that one with his shin pad, then went up to his stick and he punched it down out the middle. The Bulldogs putting a little more pressure on here. They're at least controlling the puck. They're not really getting any good scoring chances, but they're controlling the puck. Nash picks that one off. Maybe just gets it out. Now it's back in. Shaw has it, rips it off the boards, picked up by the Bulldogs, but handed right back to the T-Birds. Bulldogs come around. O'Hala relieves his man of the puck. Schleusner has it, and he passes it directly to a Bulldog. And now it's punched back into the corner. Shaw's got some time. He's going to have a look. Pushes it off the boards of Laux, and out come the T-Birds. Laux has this one. He controls it there. He bumps his man after he dumps it in. O'Hala picks that up and tries to get it back to Laux, but it hit a stick. Anderson keeps it in. O'Hala picks it up off the boards, right out front, and Laux scores! Anderson made a real nice play at the blue line to keep that in. Then O'Hala knocked it down. It looked like it hit his thigh. It's in that area of the ice we can't really see. He corralled it. Trevor went straight to the net with his stick down. I remember his rink rats coach telling him to do that. And puck came right to him.
Who would that have been?
I don't know. He was a good guy though.
Crazy guy.
Yeah. Talks a lot. It came right to Laux, and he put her in the wide open cage. 1-0 T-Birds. 11:55 to go here in the second. Now come the Bulldogs again. Nash chips it out to center, but not out. Goes right up the middle on the backhand there. Schleusner pesters his guy down in the corner and flips it back around to Anderson. Laux is going to have a tough play here, but Schleusner picks it up from behind. Ohala grabs it and gains the blue line. Schleusner through the middle, and that was offside. I think Ohala passed the puck backwards there a little bit, and Schleusner picked it up just outside the line after Chase had gained the other side of the line. It was a good play there to see that, because Laux was in trouble back here, pretty deep in his zone, and the centerman up high. Schleusner stepped up and made a real good play there. Warham grabs it from the red line. He punches it in and takes a bump. Goes in behind the net. Alonso goes in and scoops the puck up. He fires it in front of the net, and Childers chipped that one just off the shoulder. Just off the shoulder of the Bulldogs goaltender. That was a slick little play there. They've been working on